Good morning. So in the last class we have seen hardware module of the PLC, right? How you can connect input modules, how you can connect output modules, and what is the modules we have in the PLC CPU, right? In CPU we have a processor and program, right? That means memory, right? Memory is going to be used. Memory normally what? Memory we are going to be used to store the OS and programming, right? User programming and input and output data, that is user data, right? So overall uh, we have seen all hardware components of the PLC module. Now we have to see software part, right? So what are the instructions it can understand, right? So how you can write a programming for the different task, right? Depending upon the application, we need to write a programming, right? We need to write a programming. So in the previous semester also we have written programming for the microprocessor and microcontroller, right? So how you written program for the microprocessor and microcontroller, right? So in microcontroller also you can see uh, we have to take some set of instructions from the instruction set, and you need to write in the sequential order according to our task. In the similar way, in the microprocessor also we have some set of instructions for the particular processor, right? If you want to write a program for that, we need to take instructions from that particular set, and you need to write in the sequential order for the dedicated task, right? So like that you written. Alright, so like that you written programming for the microprocessor and microcontroller also, right? So in the similar way, this one is also PLC also is a internally we are using the processor only, right? For that particular processor we connected different hardware modules for dedicatedly in industry atmosphere, for the industry atmosphere. Alright, so now what are the different languages we used write the programming for the microprocessor and microcontroller, right? So for the microprocessor also, what programs we written, right? It's we written programming using assembly language programming, right? As well as C level C, embedded C, right? Higher level languages, like any language you can use, but finally what we have to do, right? Finally, before storing into the memory, before storing this particular program into the memory, we need to convert this particular higher level language into the machine language. Machine language means that is in zeros and ones. Higher level language means what? Higher level language means what? Assembly language, C language, and remaining Java, everything. Any higher level language we need to convert into the machine language, that is in zeros and ones, right? So like that, while discussing about the programming part of the microprocessor or microcontroller, right? We try to write a programming in assembly language. Like that, here also for writing the programming for the PLC, we need some programming language, right? That is internally is going to be converted into the machine language, that is in zeros and ones, that is going to be stored in the memory, right? Whether into the RAM, right? So now programming part, all right? So if for the PLC, all right? So what programming language normally you are going to use means ladder logic programming, all right? Ladder logic programming we are going to be used to write a program for the PLC, to write a programming for the PLC, right? So ladder logic programming as like assembly language program, how we are going to be write for the microprocessor or microcontroller. Here for the PLC we are going to be write a programming in ladder logic programming, right? Ladder logic programming is the very simple language which is going to be used to write a programming for the different applications using PLC in industry, right? So this program is the graphical representation program. So it's very simple. You can even technician also able to write a program as well as able to debug the program if requirement is there, right? So that is the reason in industry also we have seen process is going to be controlled with technicians only. That is the reason this is very compatible language to write a programming for different applications in industry using technician, right? So how this particular programming is, and what are the basic instructions we have to write a programming for different tasks using this particular ladder logic we need to discuss now, right? It's a graphical representation language, right? So many instructions are not going to be discussed here, right? Only few instructions we are going to be discussed, right? That is also in the graphical representation way, right? So here also the processor inside we have ALU that is used to perform arithmetic and logical operation. That is the reason here also we have some arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, timer instructions, counter instructions, right? So those are all we are going to be discussed in the next topic, that means in the next chapter. By this time you just going to be discuss only the instructions comes under the simple instructions. Those are going to be work with contacts and coils. We are going to be discussed here, right? So simple instructions which are going to be writing with contacts and coils, here you are going to be used. Using this simple instruction only you can control small processes in industry, right? So before writing this particular graphical representation of the programming for simple process using coils and contacts, as well as contacts and coils, right? We have to see how we are going to be addressing each terminal in the input module and output module, right? So before writing this particular graphical representation way of writing instruction for the dedicated task, we need to see some basic instruction using contacts and coils, and then we need to write a small programs for simple application, right? So before going to discuss these two things, I want to introduce as well as I want to discuss, right? So how we are going to be address different terminals in PLC input module as well as output module. We already discussed this particular input module as well as output module, right? So we have seen input module, right? Input modules, we have a different types of input modules. Means DC input module is there, AC input module is there. Depending upon the power supply you are giving to the particular terminal, right? Depending upon the power supply you are giving, if it is DC power supply, it is the DC module, right? Otherwise, if it is AC supply, this is the AC module. Power supply are going to connect to this particular terminal, and for this terminal we are going to be connected to the ground, right? In between this particular ground terminal and power supply terminal we have some number of terminals, right? These are all already we discussed, right? My intention is what? How many terminals are there in this particular module, right? So if you consider 8 terminal input module, right? So it is going to have 8 terminals. If it is 16 terminal input module, you are going to have 16 terminals. For example, if it is 8 terminal input module, right? We are going to be address this particular terminals like this, right? So this is input module, right? This is the input module, and second thing you are going to give what is the number of this particular input module. This is the first input module in the PLC panel. That is the reason is going to be indicated with 0. So in 0 module, that means in the first module this is going to be first terminal, right? Like that, if it is 8 terminal input module, input signal 0 module and 8th terminal 0 1 2 3 like that 8 terminals, right? So input 0th module 0 first terminal, input 0th module 8th terminal. Why I am going to stress here is that so see, for one terminal address you just consider, right? For example, right, this terminal, for example, like this 0 0, right? So this is the address of the first terminal. This is the first terminal input address. First terminal input address. What is this indicated? Signal. This is the input signal, right? So what is this one? We are going to indicate this is the module number. Module number in the PLC panel. This is the terminal number. In that particular module, this is going to be give you terminal number. Why it is 0? It is first module. That is the reason here I written 0. Why I am going to give like this means, see here for example, this is the PLC panel, right? This is the PLC panel, for example, right? In this particular PLC panel, what are the modules are going to be adjusted, right? Power supply module, right? CPU module, then what? Remaining modules, what are the modules are there? Input module, output module, right? For example, this is the 8 input terminal input module, input module, right? This is 8 terminal output module, right? This is 8 terminal input module, this is the 8 terminal output module. If these 8 terminals are not enough to control the particular process, we need to add another input module and another output module. Like that, another input module and another output module is going to be connected. That means what? This is the first input module. This one is going to become second input module. This is the first output module. This one is going to become the second output module. Like that, it's going to be adjust more than one input and output modules in PLC panel. Why? Because if particular input module and output module, if not enough to control that particular process, you can able to, or you can have a slot to extend the number of input modules and number of output modules in PLC panel. Normally in industry also, we are going to have more than one input and output modules, right? Along with this particular power supply module and CPU module, we are going to have more than one input and output module. If more than one input and output module is there, right? In this input module also we have a 8 terminals, right? In this input module also we have a 8 terminals along with power supply and ground terminal, right? So we need to address, right, to which terminal you connected signal, you connected input device to the which terminal you connected, right? We need to give some address. From that addressing only, it is going to be take data further by the processor. That is the reason. Like this we need to give addressing. Input signal, say I indicates input signal, right? Here 0 indicate, that means it's the first module in the PLC panel, right? So this one is going to give you terminal number. Like that, I 0.0, 0.1, 0.2, 0. Like that up to 0.7 if it is the 8 terminal input module. If it is the 16 terminal input module, then what is going to be addressed like this, right? You are going to address like this, I 0.0, 0.1 up to 0.15. That means 0.15. Like that, output module. How output module is going to be adjusted, right? How you are going to be address output module? For example, this is the output module. This is the output module. This is the output module. Output module, right? Here also we have a power supply terminal as well as ground terminal. This is power supply terminal. This one is the ground terminal. This one is the power supply terminal. In between these two things, we have a terminals, right? We have a terminals. If it is 8 terminal input module, we have a 8 terminals. Right? So what is the first terminal address? Here is the output is going to be indicated with the Q, right? Q 0.0. Like that, Q 0.7. Here it's going to be address like this, right? See, Q 0.0 means this Q indicates this is the output signal, right? So this 0 indicates output module number 1, right? This is the module number 1, right? This is terminal number, terminal number, right? So in the similar way, only difference is I and Q. I means it is the input module, this is the module number, this is the terminal number in the particular module. In this one you can see output module is going to indicate with output signal is going to be indicated with Q, right? First output module and first terminal, right? For example, in the similar way, these are the what? These are the second modules, second input module and second output module. For example, I want to address this particular terminal. How we are going to address second input module? Input 1 point, for example, this is the fourth terminal, I 1.4, right? I is to 1.4. This is the input signal, first module, that means second module, right? Fourth terminal. In the similar way, for example, if you want to address this particular one, then this is the output module Q, right? Second module, that is region 1.5. For example, this is the sixth terminal, Q is to 1.5. That is the sixth terminal in the particular module. Like that, if more than one module is going to be adjusted, right, we need to give address for the every terminal like that. So with the overall, you have some idea now, right? So every terminal you can address in the PLC panel. Even though we have more than one or more than one input module, even though we have one or more than one output module, right? Each one may be 8 terminal or each one may be 16 terminal modules, right? You can address every terminal, you can address, right? So if n number of terminals there means you can address n number of terminals with different addresses, right? So like that you can address terminals in the PLC panels, right? So this is the way hardware it's going to be addressed. Hardware terminals are going to be addressed by the CPU, right? So like that, now you can see little bit clear idea of how it's going to be connected, right? So this is the input module, for example, input module, right? So this is going to be connected with CPU, right? CPU is going to be connected with output module, all right? So this is the way connected. What is the use of input module? Input module is able to connect input devices, right? Input devices are going to be connected to the input module, right? So if it is 8 terminal input module, you can connect 8 input devices, right? 8 input device. If it is 16 terminal input module, you can connect 16 input device, right? This is all you can know, right? So for example, some terminal, for the some terminal in this particular input module, I connected, for example, one push button here, right? So maybe this is the terminal of in 0 point, right? Fourth terminal, right? 0 module, first module, fourth terminal, right? So this is going to be connected with line voltage or supply from the power supply of the input module, right? So anyway, one terminal is going to be connected here, right? One terminal is connected with push button, right? So somewhere for one terminal of this particular output module is going to be connected with, for example, I connected some light here, right? Right? So maybe depending upon the number of terminals, for example, it's 8 terminal output module, you can connect 8 output device to 8 terminal of the input module, right? So somewhere it's connected, its address is what? Now Q, maybe this is the, if it is first module 0, if it is fourth terminal, we are going to write Q is to 0.3, right? So this terminal address is this one, this terminal address is this one, right? So what this is the way it's going to be connected. We can see everything is hardware only. You can see here everything is hardware only, right? Here you supply, you giving supply, that supply is going to be take from the that supply is going to be take from the right, that supply is going to be take from the input module power supply, right. So one push button is connected to the fourth terminal of the input module, that this output of the input module is going to be connected to the CPU. CPU is going to be executed some program, right, some program, right, some program, and it's going to be control this particular light which is going to be connected to the fourth terminal of the output module, right. So you can see everything is the program only, sorry, everything here is hardware only, right. But input device is giving some data to the CPU. CPU is going to be executing the program and it is updating the data across the output terminals, right. So it is giving input data, it is doing some operation, right, and updating the output, right. So in this process, what is this one? Input is giving by the input module, right, executing some program and updating the output terminals, or you can say that output devices, right. So see, how many inputs you can connect in the input module depending upon the input module terminal numbers, right. Here we have taken 8 terminal input module. So 8 terminals are going to be take input data across the 8 terminals. From the 8 devices, it can take 8 datas from the 8 input device, and it can update the data in the RAM, right. Previously also we have discussed this particular one. In CPU, RAM are going to be used for the user program as well as user data. User data means what? For the user data as well as for the user program. User data means input data, right, as well as output data, right, as well as a program, user program. All are going to be stored in the RAM only, right. So what is the input data? Whatever the data you are getting from the 8 terminals of this particular input module, that is going to become the input data to this particular user program, where this particular input data is going to be stored in the RAM only, as a input image block, right, as an input image block. It is going to be stored in the, that is called as a input data, that is going to be stored in the RAM only, right. So what is the input data you may expect in this condition, right. All terminals are not connected to the any device. All terminals, that is from 0th terminal to 7th terminal, that is 8th terminals, are not going to be connected except 4th terminal. 4th terminal is connected with this particular push button. Remaining all are not connected, right. So that means what? For example, in this input image block, right, which is going to be take 8 input data. That means from the 8 terminals, whatever the data is going to be stored in the RAM as an input image block is going to be take, that means that data is going to be the collected data from the 8 input devices, right, 8 input devices. So here we are not connected 8 input devices, only we connected push button you connected to the 4th terminal. Remaining all are not connected to the any input device. If you don't connect any input device to this particular terminal, what is the data which is going to be expected to this particular terminal? Number 1, it's a 0 only. In the similar way, the last terminal is going to get 0 only, except this particular 4th terminal. Remaining all are defaultly zeros, right. For example, this is the reflection of I 0.0, right. This is the reflection of, that means the data which is going to get from the last terminal 0.7, right. 0, 1, 2, 3, right. That this is the data which is going to get from the fourth terminal, right. So see, all the terminals except this particular one, except I 0.3, I 0.3, remaining all are zeros only. Why? Because all are not connected to the any input devices. By in this example, which are not connected, only one terminal is connected, right? That is the reason the data coming from the remaining all terminals except I 0.3 are zeros. That is the reason all zeros are going to be stored in this particular input as a input data, that is input image block in the RAM. So only one thing, only one bit data that is going to be reflect this input data to the fourth terminal of the input module is going to be depending upon the position of this particular push button. Right? If it is normally open push button, if you don't press that particular push button, then what is the input data this particular terminal? That is 0 only. If it is push button is in this condition, right, push button is in this condition, right, input data here is 0, right? If push button is in this condition, input data is going to be 1. Input data is going to be 1 to the CPU along this particular fourth terminal. That means what? This data may be 0 or 1. If it is open condition, push button is open condition, 0. If it is closed condition, that is 1, right? So like that, from this particular input module, CPU is going to get this particular data as an input image block that is going to be stored in the RAM. As a input data, right? So this expected data is this one, right? So this input data is going to become input to this particular program, which is going to be write here in the RAM. Right? So here only we need to write program, right? So how you need to write a program here, right? What task you want to perform on this particular input data? What task you want to perform on that particular input data? So your plan is like this. Maybe your plan is like this, right? If it is in open condition, stop this particular light, right? If it is in the closed condition, on this particular light. That is our intention of doing task, right? That means our plan is, if input is push button is open condition, off the output light. If it is on, if it is push, output light is on, right? So to perform that particular task, we need to write a program here, right? Here we need to write a program. So what do you want to perform? Right? So for this particular program, this is going to be this input image block. Input image block is going to be act like a input, right? After execution of this particular program, whatever you are going to be write here, right? After execution of this particular program, that is going to be updated the data which is going to be out, which is need to be out through 8 terminals of the output module, right? So here is see, right? Here also we are going to be connect 8 output terminal. Its address is Q0.0, its address is Q0.7, right? So all are not connected to any devices. All are not going to be connected to any device. Here we connected only one light to the terminal number 4. Right? So that is the reason it may update any data. For example, this is going to be updated like this, right? Right? What is this bit? In output image block, output image block, right? So this is the output image block data, right? This data is going to be updated based on the program execution on the input data, right? Input data is act like input to the user program. We need to write according to our task. Once it is executed, it is going to be update the output image block, right? This one, what is this going to be? Is a reflection of first terminal, right? So this is going to become reflection of Q 0.7 means 7 means this is the last terminal, right? So like that, 3 means 1, 2, 3, fourth terminal. This address is going to become Q 0.3, right? That means what? Remaining all are going to be zeros only, right? Maybe any data, it's maybe zeros or ones, but the thing is that this one is there, it is going to be out through fourth terminal, it's going to be out through fourth terminal is, if it is 0, if it is 0, light is going to be off, right? If it is 1, if it is 1, light is going to be on, right? Why? Because for this terminal you connected light here, for this terminal you connected light here, right? After execution of, so here is what, for this particular program, right, it is going to be take only input from this particular terminal, that is address is I 0.3, that may be 0 or 1 depending upon the input situation, right? So that is acting like an input, whether 0 may be input to this particular program or 1 as an input to this particular program, right? So after execution of this particular program, that is going to be update this particular output image block, that is going to update the data in this particular output image block, right? So in this updated output image block, this fourth bit is 0. If it is 0, light is going to be off, right? If it is 1, light is going to be on. Why? Because same bit 0 or 1, that is low signal or high signal, is going to be out from this particular, that means that is going to be act like a, it's a 0 or 1 is going to be act like a input to this particular, that means input to the this particular fourth terminal, that is going to be internally switching action will take place, that causes this light is going to be off or on, right? So that is going to be takes place, right? So that means what, so right, in this process, so we know this particular input image block is also going to be stored in the RAM only, right? Output image block is also updating by the CPU in the RAM only, right? So program you need to write, so that program you need to discuss here, right? So how you can write programming for the particular application, we need to discuss here, right? So up to now, how inputs are coming and how it is going to be stored in the RAM, right? And then after execution of program, how it is updating output image block, right? After updating output image block, that data, how it is controlling the output device, you understand from this particular discussion, right? So except this particular programming part, everything you understand now, right? So for example, if you connected four input devices, four input devices are going to give input data to the input module. Correspondingly, the bits in the input image block is going to be reflected. That is going to act like an input to this particular program, right? After execution of program, that is going to be updated this particular output image block. Correspondingly, this device connected to the output module is going to be activated or deactivated. That's keep on understand, you are going to understand, right? So before that, how you can write this particular programming, previously how you written programming for the processor and controller using assembly language program, by taking some instruction from the instruction set, you written program here in sequential order, right?